Hey everyone, it's been a while since you've gotten an episode from me, a little over 2 months to be exact. In that time, I've been refining the idea I had for this version of the podcast, and actually started recording new episodes 2 weeks ago. I've also been thinking about the best way to publish it going forward, so let me start with a recap of where we've been, then I'll tell you where we're going. If you want the background on the podcast, go back to episode 0, the introduction, and listen to the origin story. It's a short episode and won't take too much time, but in it, I discuss how I came up with the idea and the podcast format. In the first version of the podcast, we were about to visit 15 countries on my sabbatical, and I found a diverse range of people that were from each of those countries but don't currently live in those countries. I asked them what was special about their home. Say they were bringing a friend or SO home for the first time. What would they want them to see, do, eat, experience, or witness to understand them better? What are the special things about home for them? More importantly, we got into why those things were special for them. For example, it's not the food at the restaurant they went to as a kid, but the restaurant itself is special because that's where their grandmother used to take them on their birthday every year when she was alive. Or it's where they had their first date with their spouse or significant other. You get the idea. Then we traveled to those countries. We did the touristy stuff, but we made it a point to do the things they told us about. When we came back, I got them back on the podcast to talk about how I experienced their home, and then I discussed more about the trip with my buddy Taylor. Each episode has a before episode, which is just a number, and a recap episode, which is that same number with the letter R after it. For us, it was a great way to travel and experience each country in a unique and personal way. Because I was doing recap episodes, I also decided to record audio everywhere we went. That means that in addition to my normal habit of looking for the best photos, I also spent a lot of time listening to my environment to capture sounds for those recapped episodes. 21,000 photos and 33 podcast episodes later, the first version of My Home is Special was completed. You can see all of that on www.myhomeisspecial.com. Okay, since I had to go back to work, I can't travel nonstop anymore. When I do travel, I'll try and do a country episode. However, I also wanted to do something a little different. The more I thought about it, the more I realized home doesn't have to be a place. Home can be where you belong, or where you were meant to be. It's a place where you feel you are the best version of yourself. When that hit me, I realized things were going to get really interesting. I've been blessed to meet a lot of people with a lot of cool homes. To a lawyer, home might be the courtroom. To a chef, home might be the kitchen. To a performer, home might be on stage. You get the idea. So while walking to and eating lunch in Greece, Natasha and I thought up a list of people and homes that we thought would be interesting to have on the podcast. The format for these episodes will be simple. First, they'll introduce themselves and how we know each other. Next, they'll share their first taste of home and when they knew it was where they belonged. Then, we'll discuss some aspects of that home that make it special for them. The goal is to keep the episodes around 25 minutes plus or minus, and I'm thrilled that I've already recorded a few friends.
I'm Moop from Food Fidelity, and I'm at home in the kitchen.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Master Ace from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm at home on the microphone.
Hi, I'm Aisha, and I'm at home being bossy.
I am Rahel from Ilava, and I am at home in African fashion.
I've decided to release episodes every other Monday, and we'll be starting November 4th. Thanks for listening, and please share the podcast with a friend. The more that listen, the more feedback I get, and the better it becomes. This is going to be a fun one. Hope you enjoy it. Peace.